down from generation to generation, George's Unassuming Eatery has perfected their menu over 40 years. If you're looking for regal Middle Eastern flavors, you'll find them on Divisadero in San Francisco at King of Falafel.
We're the only original King of Falafel in the city and anywhere else. My name is Noel Corsa. I'm the owner of King of Falafel in San Francisco. We've been here 45 years. It was a liquor store and groceries and a small deli case near the window. We started with the falafel and the hummus here. We just giving it away because nobody knows what is it. No other place is doing it. We are the only one who introduced it to the city and to the Bay Area. It was just my husband and I, and my husband passed away 3 years ago, so I'm taking care of it now. It's a family recipes, and these are the original recipes because we never added nothing into it. All our salads and food prepared and chopped daily here in the restaurants, fresh. It's the key word, fresh. We're like family here, us and the customers. I have people, they still come and they tell me, we've been here 30 years ago. We've been here 25 years ago. So we must be doing something right.
All right, George, this isn't a white tablecloth experience. No. This is a place you can go. It's like a deli almost.
Exactly. About 4 years ago, a new job sent me through a different route through the city. And I was at a stoplight and did this and look. What is this place? You know, look, I just had this beautiful display case with all these fabulous salads. And I'm a bit of a pescatarian, vegetarian like you are, Chris. Mm-hmm. And I stopped in there one time and I got the vegetarian sample plate and put it in front of me. And it was like an aerial view of an amusement park. And all of my favorite rides were open. Every single bit of this was good. The tabbouleh, the hummus, the baba ganoush. And I just kept going back there and going back there. I don't even bother to read the menu anymore. Wow. I just start pointing at things.
Really?
And they are so flexible there, they're so friendly there, they will make you any plate that you wish. It's a real neighborhood place. It's Lower Pacific Heights. It's a great value, so it's always a bit busy. And I've never been disappointed there, ever.
I had an interesting experience with King of Falafel. I know I was going to go for lunch, but it was tough for me to get there for lunch because I work downtown, and they close at 7, I think it is. So we went on a Friday night around 5:30, and it was a little bit of a miss. The meat was really dry. The falafel itself was good. Right. The pita bread itself, a little stale. So we actually decided to come back for lunch a couple days later. And thought, you know, maybe a place that's really known for lunch, you shouldn't go for dinner. Right. And we had a much better time the second time around. We ordered the house combo again to compare apples to apples, and then we ordered just a plate of half a dozen falafel with the hummus and put some of that homemade hot sauce along with it, which was really delicious. So I think knowing what to order really improved.
And knowing what time to go.
Knowing what time to go.
Lunch is really the sweet spot there.
Yeah.
Dinner is kind of an afterthought.
You went for lunch?
Yeah, I did. Circled the block a couple times. Was able to find a nice parking area not too far from there. But once I arrived, I was very disappointed. Actually, the patrons in front of me, I noticed they were actually cleaning their tables and chairs.
Was this at the end of a lunch hour?
This was, exactly.
Okay,
it was,
so it was a busy lunch hour and came at the end.
It was approximately 1:20 when I was actually eating. My salad was wilted. The chicken was dry. It didn't have those traditional flavors and seasonings that's typical with falafel houses. Well, my wife did try the Greek salad, and that's what the chicken looked dry. She said it was in fact dry, and you can actually see the wilted in the lettuce.
Not in the Greek salad, but
well, with the Greek salad as well. With my salad, it had cucumbers, parsley, lemon sauce, this type of thing there. But again, it wasn't very fresh. It didn't have that crispy that's normally associated with those type of restaurants. So I was disappointed in that.
Did he order the wrong thing? Should you? What do you think he coming at the wrong time?
It is a matter of taking a sample of a lot of different things. Like you might fall in love with the spinach rolls that they have. The tabbouleh is fabulous. So possibly you just try different things.
Yeah, you know, I really wanted to like this place, George, and I really enjoy hummus. I would have liked to have a selection of hummus. I'm big on garlic, so I would have liked maybe a garlic hummus. I also wanted to sit outside.
It's all homemade. Their salads.
Yes,
hummus.
everything.
Everything's homemade.
And I wanted to sit outside. It was a nice day in San Francisco, so I kind of wanted to sit outside, but that was not an option. So you had to eat on the inside.
Right, and a lot of people take it to go. Let's talk about the falafel.
I would say in some ways they actually reminded me of those mac and cheese balls. When I ordered the half dozen, they were really nice and crispy on the outside. Maybe not as piping hot as I would have liked them to be, but big enough that there was enough inside where it wasn't just all the exterior crispy part.
The falafel was definitely good. So that probably was the highlight for me as well.
Well, they use corn oil specifically for
I
theirs,
did notice
and
that.
I think that does make a difference. And they also add sesame seeds to their mix in the falafel, which is very different.
And what about the spinach roll?
First of all, the filo dough is nice and crispy on the outside, but they use a feta cheese that comes from Bulgaria, which is sharper and much more aggressive than the Greek feta. Doesn't really take it over. Everything gets along very well, the spinach and the onion and the cheese, but the cheese really makes it.
And what about value for you in service?
Value definitely there, and yes, the people there were really welcoming and nice, which made it a nice experience. In fact, the first time I felt really bad, and that's why I went back again, because they were so nice, and I knew that they really put care into what they did. So,
Right, and homemade baklava.
And halva rolls. They have halva rolls with almond on the outside, chocolate.
Yeah.
It's a fabulous thing.
All right, this is your spot, George. Wrap it up for us.
For a neighborhood restaurant in Lower Pacific Heights, good value, fresh, extremely vegetarian friendly, I think that the King of Falafel can't be beat.
All right, and Chris?
I was disappointed, but again, I think I would go back because, like you said, there was some really nice people. They were genuinely nice. I think I would go back for myself, and hopefully I would get a better time there.
All right, and Donna?
if I were in the neighborhood and looking for a healthy option with not a hefty price tag, I would go back and I would stick with the vegetarian options there for sure.
All right, if you would like to try King of Falafel, it's on Divisadero at Bush in San Francisco. The telephone number is 415-931-5455. It's open for lunch and early dinner Monday through Saturday, closed on Sunday. Reservations are not accepted, and the average tab for a meal without drinks is around $12.